My name is Reina Valanco, and I am your host for this episode of the College and Career Readiness Podcast. Today we are joined by our special guest, Dr. Alan H. Rowe, President, Founder, and CEO of UCAN Go to College. Before we start our interview, remember to take control of your future. Join the California Army National Guard and serve your community during local and state emergencies. You'll learn marketable skills, earn a paycheck, and get money for school. Contact Sergeant Aquino today at 916-233-7615. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Raina. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
So to start off, how long has UCAN been running?
Since 1988, my wife and I started the program in our living room.
Okay. Can you describe to our listeners what UCAN is?
UCAN is a nonprofit organization was founded to ensure that young people have an opportunity to go to four-year colleges and universities. We target and specifically look at students who may not believe that college is an option, but we ensure that they know that they not only can go to a four-year college, but they will, and we make sure that they do go and succeed. We target primarily historically black colleges and universities, but any student that wants to go to a four-year or even a two-year college, we assist them to make sure their dreams become reality. It started in 1988 with 3 students, my son and 2 other young people, and now has grown to more than 5,000 to 7,000 students we work with on a yearly basis, as well as a 2-week college fair that we do throughout California and Las Vegas that impacts about 25,000 to 30,000 students every year in September.
Wow, that's so cool. That's like really rewarding to be able to help young people do
It
that.
is, Raina. It is one of the things that makes it not a job, but a labor of compassion. It's a ministry of sorts. It is a willingness to give back and make a difference in the lives of young people. Because I believe young people like you, those that are listening, those that are looking at this podcast, know that they can and will change the world.
That's cool.
The essence of who you're going to be is not who you are now, but who you're going to become once you realize your dreams, your destiny, your future, your goals, the things that you want to do with your life. You're preparing now for that as you go through doing this, as well as doing your hard work in your classes.
Okay. So in addition to the college fairs that you guys host, how else do you help? Like what services do you provide for students through UCAN?
UCAN reaches students throughout the Sacramento region and then throughout California, but targeted right now, we work in the Natomas Unified School District. We work in San Juan, Sac City, and in the Sac City, San Juan, and the Twin Rivers Unified School District, working with young people, giving them options to four-year colleges and universities. Everybody needs to know there's options to go to school. We work with you to help you identify great schools. We help you with financial aid, and most importantly, or at least as important for most parents, is scholarships. Identifying how we're going to save money, making sure that college is affordable and that it's not just a distant dream, but it's a real reality for you. And many students are told what they can't do. At UCAN, we make sure you know what you can do. So we give you the tools, we monitor and track you, but we hold your hand to a certain point, and then we let you fly, and you go out there and you change the world.
So you really support your students in like all areas, not just the decision.
Absolutely, absolutely. The decision is a critical part, but it's really the beginning. Because once you make a decision, we have to make sure that you follow through. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to go and jump off of that ledge because I know I can get to some safe ground on the other side because it is soft over there. But until I make that step and do it, it doesn't get done. So what UCAN done is helps you to get you to navigate through and get you there and ensure that we encourage you along the way so that you can come back, give back, and make a difference for others. And it's very important because if somebody hadn't helped me and encouraged me, I wouldn't be here talking to you today.
That's amazing. So you said that your work is primarily done in the Sacramento area?
Yes.
Is it exclusive to that area?
Not at all. We work with young people primarily here because this is where our headquarters are. Our headquarters is actually are within about 2 miles of the campus at Inderkum. But we reach students wherever they are. We live in a very social, media-driven society where, you can reach people by, Instagram,
Social medias.
Yes,
Facebook, Twitter.
Skype, and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
So, but we work with Inderkum students. We work with Natomas students. We work with Grand and Highlands and Rio students. We work with students all over because we can touch and see and make sure that we encourage and work with you and your families here. And that's where the primary work is done. But we make sure that any student that calls us or emails us or reaches out to us, that we give them the encouragement and the resources to help to make sure they can go to college. We don't want young people to hear this or to see this, to believe that there's no hope. Yes, I didn't do well in ninth grade, or I don't have the foreign language, and so I don't think I can go to four-year school. UCAN was named UCAN for a reason, because we believe you can go to college, and we will help you go to college. And even though some people may feel that they're not ready, well, the greatest leaders in this world were told maybe you're not going to make it. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, and he's the greatest basketball player in some people's eyes that ever lived. So it's not about where you came from, but it's where you're going to go, and UCAN helps you get to that goal and that dream so that your destiny can become your reality.
That's cool. It's a whole different approach to like going to college and not counting yourself out of things because of maybe the numbers or
right.
what you can or can't do.
Yes.
That's really cool.
One of the important things that we do also, if you look at colleges today, they're so large.
Yeah.
One of the uniqueness about HBCUs that they were founded, most of them after the Civil War, to educate newly freed slaves. So what you have to look back in history is there was a time when African Americans weren't allowed to go to college. They weren't allowed to pick up a book. They weren't allowed to integrate into the society as a whole. And so they started our own colleges and universities. And so they continue to make a difference to the lives and the generations that have come behind them. So the legacy that we're building upon is a legacy that goes back to the history of our country. And most of those colleges, or all of those colleges, are less than 15,000 students in size. The largest is about 12,000, Florida A&M University, which is that's it, 15,000 students. Some of them, like Xavier, which is a top pre-med school for non-white students in the country, has 4,000 students. It's a Catholic private school. And you think about the cost. They go to USC, because I was just researching this with a colleague, $75,000 per year. If you want to go, yes, $75,000. If you want to go to Tuskegee University, as an example, small, historically black college, home of the Tuskegee Airmen, and outside of Montgomery, Alabama, it costs $28,000 per year.
That's affordable.
Yeah, that's much affordable. That's less than going to a UC of the schools in California. We just want to make sure kids have options, and parents for sure, because when my son was getting ready to go to college, the first thing I want to know how much it was going to cost me.
Yeah.
So, as parents, we have to figure that out. And what UCAN does is give you and your parents the tools and the resources to know that you're going to make good decisions.
Yeah.
And you're not going to mortgage the house or come back and not be able to get a good job because you've got to pay off.
In the United States Army and Army Reserve, leadership is earned every day. In addition to earning leadership, you can earn up to $80,000 towards your college degree. For more information, contact Staff Sergeant Coombe at 916-214-6457.
For all of these loans.
And speaking of the money, let's talk about money for a minute. How do you guys connect students to scholarships? It's like super important, like we're being pushed for scholarships.
Sure.
How do you guys help?
Sure. We match students with colleges and universities that are offering scholarships. So we had 40 colleges here in September, and most of them were offering scholarships to qualified students. One of your students that are two of your students here that are sisters. One of them is right now we're negotiating to get her a full scholarship to go to one of our most prestigious colleges here as an all-female college, and it costs about $40,000 a year, and we're hopefully going to save about $200,000. She's done the work. When you do the work in the classroom, then it becomes easier for us to work with your family and work with those colleges to identify what scholarships that they're going to be offering. 104 historically black colleges, we work with them. We identify how much money, what are the grades and what are the test scores it's going to take for us to get our students the best scholarship possible in your university. And then we match them up, and every year we'll get a couple hundred scholarships for students in our region. And that's what's important. We work through the numbers. We do the cash for college nights. We look at your financial aid, see what the government's going to give you, and then we find what the school is going to get you. And most important, Nina, right?
Raina,
I'm sorry, Raina. That's my bad.
It's fine.
Raina. Most important, what we do best is we negotiate. It's not what we do best, but one of our skills is negotiating with colleges that we work with those with power, to say, Raina needs more money, and you're only offering her $10,000 a year. She needs $15,000 a year. What are you going to do?
Wow,
and because of our
cool.
relationship in 30 years, now think about this, 1988 to 2018 is 30 years. So we've done a good job, and we have a good track record, we have an excellent track record of success with young people, getting them into college, them bringing them back, and them being able to make a difference, becoming doctors and lawyers and entrepreneurs and on-air personalities. And I have one who's getting ready to be considered for a Grammy because she's a singer. Different things that all students that we work with, we give them those tools and resources because we believe every student should have the option and opportunity to go to college and have dreams that don't just be dreams, but they become real.
Do you feel like you get to know, maybe not all, but most of your students on a real personal level?
That is the goal that I have every year. I tell people that I have two biological children that are in their 40s, but I have a couple of thousand children that I try to get to know on a regular basis, and our staff that works in UCAN, and I want to acknowledge the fact that we have a great number of folk that work with me that make sure that UCAN reaches you and touches you in a way that other programs aren't able to.
Yeah.
So I try to, I give my phone number out, and those that are able to call me, I tell them, you call me, I'll answer, unless my battery is dead. It's very important, Raina, right?
Yeah.
It's very important, Raina, that young people feel that you are valued. It's very important that you feel that you are important and that your voice is heard. And for me and UCAN and the staff that works with us, we value your voice. We value your importance. We value what you say, and we definitely value what you're going to become, because you're going to change the world. Because whatever you conceive in your mind and believe in your heart, anybody listening, you can achieve. There is nothing impossible for you.
And you mentioned that you have schools that you have made closer relationships with, or maybe even partnerships.
Yes.
What are a few of those schools that you partner with?
Spelman, Howard, Hampton, Morgan, Grambling, Tuskegee, Dillard, Florida A&M, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, North Carolina A&T, South Carolina State, Wiley,
Wow.
home of the great debaters, Alcorn State University, Prairie View A&M University, Delaware State University. It's not what you know in life that's important many times, but who you know and who knows you. And even if they're not HBCUs and students want to stay close to home, we have partnerships or at least connections with colleges and universities in state. Because we want kids to know that when you have education, you have knowledge. When you have knowledge, you have power. With power, you can and you will change the world. So we don't want young people to stop after high school and say, I made it. I don't want you to stop after you get your bachelor's degree and say, I made it. We want you to continue to go on and continue to make a difference so that everybody that sees you sees greatness, and that's what you're going to be destined to do and be.
That's amazing. So where can someone who's interested in getting connected with UCAN get some more information? What's your social medias?
Yes, www.youcangotocollege.org. That is our website. The letter UCAN, GOTO college.org. You can call us at 916-896-3000. I'm not sure our Twitter and our Facebook, but we have those as well. I think our Facebook is UCAN, UCAN go to college or something. How do you do Facebook? So you can
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can go to college, and then it'll come up. our Facebook handle. And if you want to talk to our staff, again, our office number is 916-896-3000. People say I'm kind of crazy, but my cell number is 916-396-2832. Even though I've been doing this for 30 years, people still call me young people who want to talk offline, or they want to share their success, or they want to share something that that is a challenge. And sometimes talking to somebody who is an independent or outside person gives you a sense that not only is there somebody that will listen, but that they may be able to offer you some guidance. And being a person that's had a little bit of time on this earth, a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of experience has given me the opportunity to share some of the secrets and some of the successes that will make your future and those like you, those that are listening, a little bit greater. Because it's hard being a young person in 2018. It's hard when you got to fight through some of the temptations, the challenges, the roadblocks, the heartaches, and you see those every day. What we do at UCAN, what I do as a personal commitment, is to offer hope and some ways that you can make the difference that you're going to make, that you will be the best, that you will succeed, and that you should never, ever, ever, ever give up. Don't let anybody or anything get in the way of your dreams. There's too many dream busters, there's too many haters, and what we want you to know is they're not going to be the defining future for you. What they think or what they believe is not going to define who you are. You will do that with people that will help you, that are going to be in your corner. And if they're not in your corner supporting you, don't bother with them.
That's amazing. It's mentorship. It's so important.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all heard it firsthand from Dr. Alan Rowe from UCAN.
Yes.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much. And it's been an honor, and it's great that you have allowed me to spend some quality time with you on your program. We appreciate it.
Get the skills to be a beauty professional. We offer hands-on training alongside creative artists and industry leaders in a fully equipped modern salon through our cosmetology, barbering, and aesthetics program. Call 916-418-7223 or visit federico.edu and start your new career today.